Okay, it's Bob Frizzell for the reality game. And I just wondered if you've seen the recent movie. I think it's about a year old. Keanu Reeves in a movie called Replicas. Put it on your to watch list. And spoiler alert, I'm going to talk a little bit about the movie, mostly just the concept of it. And in the end, it's nothing really new that you're going to see only in this movie. Anyways, I like to give you an idea, then I'm going to talk about it. So, what do I really want you to come away with? Um, it's a word that comes from computer science, and it's called instances. If you're going to run a program, you run a program. But what if you're going to run the program a second time while the first program is running? It's the same program, but you're going to have two instances of it running, or maybe three instances. If you have a web browser, and if you could run, you can have new tabs on your web browser, and one could be set to one website and the next tab to the next website, next tab to the next website. Those are all, well, you only have one that you're looking at one time. I suppose if you can go and checkerboard them on your screen, then you can have multiple tabs available. They're not really running a program, but they're showing you, if each one of them had a YouTube video running in each one of those checkerboards. So you could see, I don't know, let's say 9 YouTube channels running at the same time. So you have 9 videos running at the same time. That would be 9 instances of YouTube running at the same time for you to see. So where are we going with this? Well, okay. The Keanu Reeves movie, Replicas, there were 2 instances of the Keanu Reeves character on screen at the same time. Now, with me, I've had 2 instances of the same person for me to experience at the same time. One version of the person was in a physical human body that I could see with my physical eyes and I could hear with my physical ears. Another instance of the same person, I was perceiving via extrasensory perception. I could hear this person, and it was kind of like telepathy at the same time. I could hear them. So there was 2 instances of it was the same person. And the person that I was perceiving by ESP, extrasensory perception, was not really the same person as the person I could see with my physical eyes. In other words, the person I could see with my physical eyes wasn't talking to me by telepathy at the same time. It was the same person, the same personality, but they were 2 instances and they weren't running the same conversation with me. The physical person was having a conversation with me, and the ESP version that I was getting inside my mind was having a different conversation with me. Were they the same person? No. same personality, but it wasn't the same person. So what I'm going to say is if you have more than one instance of a personality interacting with you, they're not the same person. Why do we say it's the same personality? Because you know it's the same personality. You just know it. It's like if you have a dream, you lie down, you go to sleep, you have a dream, and in the dream, you have a dream and you have an interaction with, let's say it's your mother. And you wake up from the dream, get out of bed, and you go downstairs, and there is your physical mother. And you say to your mother, Mom, I had a dream where you and I were in the dream. And your physical mom says, oh, yeah, tell me about it. Oh, that's nice, dear. Your physical mom wasn't participating in the dream you had. But she's had these kind of dreams too, where maybe she had a dream where you were there, but you, your physical you, this instance of you, didn't participate in that dream. But you know that that's what humans have, is dreams where people appear, and then when you wake up out of the dream, those same people, those instances of the people that you meet in the physical, they'll understand you had a dream about them, but they're going to say, well, it wasn't me. I mean, it was a dream of me, but it wasn't me. So what does it mean? Well, sometimes when I'm talking to my mom in the physical world, she'll say something that I did. And I'll look at her and I say, Mom, that never happened. I never did that. And she says, yes, you did. And I go, no, I didn't. And then I usually say, maybe it was in a dream. And then we leave it at that. But it seems that perhaps when we are thinking that we are in awakened state, we are having interactions with people that later on, people in the physical say, it never happened. How far do you want to go with this? When I was having this dream earlier today, I was having a dream, and in the dream, I didn't know I was having a dream. I was there inside the dream, and I had no idea that it was a dream. I didn't have a label at the top of the screen that said, you're having a dream. And in the dream, I was dreaming about someone who was reported to be dead in physical waking life. In the dream, she was alive. And I thought that it was, in the dream, I thought it was physical. I was in a physical location. And I was seeing physical things. I was seeing desks and chairs. It was kind of a storage area, and it had an office. And the dead woman, dead from this reality, walked by me. I could see her with my, in the dream, I thought it was my physical eyes, but now I'm going to say it with my dream eyes. And she talked to me. And then I woke up, and I was in this reality that we call physical, that we call waking life. And then I reported it as a dream, but not until I woke up into this reality. But wants to say that I'm not dreaming right now. Maybe I never woke up from that dream, where I met with a so-called dead person that was clearly alive. Maybe I'm dreaming right now. And in my dream, I'm talking to my smartphone, and maybe I'll upload it to Instagram or YouTube or something. And this sometimes happens. I know that I've made certain videos. I've been making these videos for a very long time. And I go onto YouTube search, and search won't bring me the video I'm thinking of. Is it still there? Or is it in some other instance of YouTube? What we're doing is we're broadening our acceptance of different instances of dreaming. How is this instance of dreaming different than all my other instances of dreaming? Well, I'll tell you that when I'm looking around, it's what you would call waking life, because everything here, in this room, to me, it looks very crisp and real. If I tap my body, it feels like I can make a sound and I can feel it as tapping. So this is why I would normally say, well, this is a waking state. But, people talk about lucid dreams. Am I having a lucid dream? Is there a difference? If I sign a contract with someone, somebody prints out a contract for me doing something, and I sign off on it, and another instance of me comes along, and these people say, oh, you look like this guy, and we've got this contract that someone who looked like you signed, we're going to hold you to this contract. And I might look at them and say, sorry, folks, I never signed that contract. And they say, this is your signature. I look at it and say, well, it looks like my signature, but I never signed it. Why don't you hook me up to a lie detector or something? And then am I going to go? And I'm not necessarily going to go with that, because I don't trust a lie detector. It doesn't, just because it's been on in the movies for, I don't know, 75 years of using lie detectors, doesn't mean to me that it's going to tell other people that I'm telling the truth or not. What does it mean to me if it says that I'm lying, and I'm in my own mind, it's like, I'm not lying, I never signed this contract? Then, then they're going to say, well, this is evidence in a court of law, and I don't want to go down that road. To me, it's not going to validate my internal state. It's not. Whatever it says, but it doesn't mean shit to me. In this moment, I know what I know, and in this moment, I never signed the contract. 5 minutes later, I might have a memory of, oh, I'm getting a memory of signing this contract. In the olden days, I might say, well, I just had forgotten, now I remember it. But in today's reality, I'm going to say, well, have you heard of these fake memory things? It's a fake memory. It's not my memory. Sure, it seems like, me signing it, but it's a fake memory. Someone has created it as some kind of a technology and has sent it to me by telepathy for me to accept that I did it. But I'm telling you, it's a fake memory. I never did it. Welcome to this.